Hey girl, hey. So I'm gonna continue from what I know, what we talked about yesterday, and we'll go further about DG. I do want to read this. So, because you have orange, this tells me we're dealing with the sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is about creation. It's about creativity, but not sexual creativity, but okay. Let me get something that actually defines it. It is about represents our emotions and how we relate to them. In the second chakra, you can learn emotional discipline. If you choose, you need to master the skill of steering your emotions as you would a ship on the high seas. This is very important in manifesting. Keywords: emotional, active, motivating, optimistic, emotional, sociable, enthusiastic, affectionate, and humanitarian. So, I don't know if that implies to you or him. Now, with this, so you got the King of Cups, and then you got I filled your cup until it overflowed. So, I don't know if you are intimate with him, in a physical or emotional sense. You just want to be careful or cautious and be able to have balance in this. Okay. So for this card, if it was a male, the King of Cups holds in his hands the power of the anima, the orb, and the ego, the scepter. For the female traveler, the card represents the power acquired from integrating the animus, represented by the scepter, and the female ego, the orb. In both cases, there is a great power behind the throne, that is, behind the ego. While the journey for both male and female traveler is long and difficult, full of hurdles and possible missteps, there are also elements in the unconscious that will protect the traveler from the disaster of being consumed by the elements of the unconscious. Less thinking, more action. Less thinking, more creating. Careful not to overgive. All right, let me get 5 cards to see what's going on here. Let me actually pull up your picture. I have to say it. The other thing is, this deck of cards flipped over, and this is still here. Yeah. So you got Burning by Maggie Rogers. I mean, I don't know if that's in a good sense or a bad sense. Just be careful with the sacral chakra here. Okay. Okay, let's see what's going on with you. Get my books ready, sorry. Okay, this one. What's going on in this relationship? Indulgence. Indulgence. The watermelon: sweetness, fulfillment, plenty. Enjoy and be merry, there is plenty to go around. And I want to read it from this side too. The watermelon indulgence, the swollen belly that Juan had, was from eating too much watermelon. Things are going well, or indulge in the pleasures of life, or there is enough here, do not worry. That's a good sign. Tell me why this song card, though. Yeah, so in moderation, just like we were talking about everything in moderation, but tell me about this song card. Why this song? Oh, actually, give me one of these. One of these. Compassion. Alright, Doro Illy. I don't know. You might want to look that name up. I don't know of it. But compassion. Alright, I'm getting it again. Don't be overly compassionate. Don't give too much. Make sure it's equal give and take. Tell me about the relationship. 2 cards. Top and bottom. Oh, there's one. Tell me about the relationship. If another one falls out, we'll take it. There you go. Appreciate and mesmerizing. Appreciate, realize, enhance, and admire. And you two think of each other as real gems to one another. And then mesmerizing, let me in. Fascinated, captivating, engrossed. So that's speaking of the relationship, hunger. So maybe hunger for each other in a way. Alright, let's get 5 cards, 5 stickers, and that'll be that. I've got to take this. Alright, 3 of Cups. Badlands, South Dakota. So, invitation, celebration, reunion, friendship, what else? 3 of Cups. Friendship, celebration, a circle of support. 9 of Pentacles. So that speaks of independence, but a single person. So I don't know, Badlands, South Dakota might mean something, but then this guy's sitting at the edge of the shore. He's right here. And he has a scarf on, I believe, a red scarf. Let's see if I'm seeing any. So mountains? Something about the West Coast. Beach, we talked about the water. Alright, let me see. What's going on in this relationship? 8 of Wands, so communication coming in. Fast communication or just speed. It talks about action. Quick changes and news arrives. 3, 8, 9. Alright, this is good. Cups, Pentacles, Wands. Now you just need a sword. What's going on in this relationship? The Hermit. So you might be, for some reason, secluded from one another. Oh, go there. What's going on in this relationship? Queen of Pentacles. Maybe because of an ex-wife, a wife, a mother, an earth sign female, a business owner, lady boss. It's interesting that all 3 of these are women. Hermit is usually portrayed as a man. Not so the Queen of Pentacles isn't interesting, but it's just interesting in your cards. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. A singular thing here. So I don't know if somebody's not letting somebody in. But you do have the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, meaning you guys could be of different elements, different ages, different places, different levels, different vibrations. 9, 8, 9, 9. 2 nines. There is a receipt. So 2 nines, this would be like somebody posting something online that can verify or validate something. Like if you were to post online, you and another person, then somebody has a receipt of that. Whatever it is, there's communication coming in. Maybe he doesn't want you to be single. Or I don't even know if you're single, but maybe he is going to scoop you up or something to make you a wife. Okay, let me do it a little bit more justice here. Why the Three of Cups? Why the Three of Cups? The Emperor. Okay, who also holds... Alright, so the Emperor is somebody in charge, bossy, a male. Could be a father, could be a business owner, but they're both holding scepters. He has an ankh, and he has a wand, that's kind of crazy because the King of Cups... Okay, something's up here. The King of Cups holds a cup, and the song says, I filled your cup until it overflowed. But this King of Cups doesn't have a cup. But one key thing here is seahorses, which they mate for life. You got the nautilus shells. So he's difficult. I think it's what I was saying yesterday, that he feels a certain way, but might not express it in that way. So, an invitation by your dad, an invitation by an Aries, an invitation by a boss, an invitation by an older male who might own a business, might be an invitation to go work somewhere, a family friend, a friend of the family. 9 of Pentacles. Why the 9 of Pentacles? It's telling me to go here. Hold on. Page of Swords. Okay. So, orange, yellow. You've got sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra. Sacral, the sun, is a man. He watches you. I don't think he knows what to do with his feelings. Maybe you should go fly a kite. Not literally, but alright. Stickers. Why 3 of Cups with the Emperor? Why the 3 of Cups with the Emperor? Fire truck. I think this is I think you guys have or will have a very hot, steamy, sexual relationship, or is lots of chemistry. Maybe he's dominant and you're submissive, or vice versa. Alright, you'll know how that applies. Why the 9 of Pentacles with the Page of Swords. Why the Nine of Pentacles with the Page of Swords? Why the Nine of Pentacles with the Page of Swords? New York. France. Torch. Book. Knowledge. By peeping. You're going to get knowledge. By peeping, he's going to get knowledge. Planted. Why the Eight of Wands? The Empress. Okay, here we go. We got something here. So we have a king and a queen, an emperor and an empress. That is very good signs. Very good signs. So, speaking about, again, the Empress. Creation, pregnancy, abundance, fertility, good parenting. This could be your parents too. Or your father, if I don't know the particulars of your family, but a father and a mother figure, father and mother. Why the Eight of Wands? Could hear news about a pregnancy. Could hear news about a trip. Why the Eight of Wands with the Empress? Why the Eight of Wands with the Empress? That fell. I'm going to take it, but get another one. I'm glad you came. I don't know if that's literally or figuratively. That's one. And then, do I feel like we're going back here to a mother figure? Give me another sticker for the Eight of Wands with the Empress. Eight of Wands with the Empress. Alright, there's lots of travel in this one. Colosseum. So there could be some kind of battle over. Mother, child, communication, traveling, competition. I'm glad you came. Interesting. The Hermit. Tell me why the Hermit. Knight of Swords. So, wanting to talk about something, wanting to talk something out, wanting to slay the dragon in a sense. But it could turn into an argument. Okay, yeah. So 2 nines, like I said, something somebody sees online, proof of something, might turn into a misunderstanding, miscommunication, or an argument, or it could be a good argument where you clear the air, kind of like a thunderstorm. Tell me about the Hermit with the Knight of Swords, please. Hermit, Knight of Swords, please. Hermit with the Knight of Swords. Okay. I don't like all these skeletal things. Something could happen around Halloween. Could be something about dressing up at Halloween, going to a Halloween party. Maybe not coming out for Halloween. Maybe somebody posts about Halloween. Maybe somebody's born around Halloween. Maybe somebody's mask falls off during Halloween. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Alright, there's an argument coming. I don't know if this is with your mother, with your father, with your love interest, with a friend. Something about an argument about money. Ace of Swords. The rapiers warn us against assaults, which will threaten and will occur sooner or later. So there's an argument. Because some kind of truth is going to come out. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords, please. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords, please. Alright. Now you're going to Turkey. Okay. I said this yesterday, and I don't know if you heard me. I believe the probability for a war in the next 2 years is coming. And I did a reading with a European that is enlisted in one of their armies, and she is a med doctor, and I told her to be cautious of where she chooses her residency because a war is going to, I believe, break out. So I feel like I'm giving you this message too, with all these different places. New York, Italy, and Turkey. Alright, let me get one of these to close it out. I'll get 2. Alright, what does she need to know? Or what's going on with her? Which chakra are we dealing with right now? Which chakra are we dealing with right now? Alright, I'm going to take the one I see. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Rhonda Rhino from Amethyst. We never forgive others, only ourselves for having judged them. In the town of Amethyst lives Rhonda Rhino. She doesn't take her mother's drinking problem personally, but she dreams of becoming a beloved family pet. One day, gunfire rings out. Rhinos scatter, and a small human child is caught up in the chaos. Rhonda picks him up and runs to safety. Humans discover the pair curled up, asleep under a tree, and they shoot Rhonda with a sleeping dart. When she awakens, she is in a garden with the little boy and his family, Rhonda's new family. Inspiration. Rhonda's true essence lies in not harboring resentment. She transcends forgiveness because her focus is on her intention, not on her pain. Personal inquiry. This may be a time of family healing. Can I forgive myself for loving people who hurt me? Key ideas. Wishes fulfilled, holding on to dreams, past wounding. Key words. Belonging, self-forgiveness, and fulfillment. And for a meditation, take a deep breath, exhaling all that does not serve you. Bring forward someone you are struggling to forgive. See them as a small child. Allow them to reach out to you. Notice your reaction to them. Which deserves your energy? Holding on to your dream or holding on to resentment? Let me read this part too. So forgiveness, Rhonda Rhino from Amethyst. Amethyst protects us from toxic situations. Amethyst is also good to give somebody if they have a drinking problem, or to wear if somebody has a drinking problem. This card indicates healing and allowing yourself to return to the natural state of peace once again. Remember, we never forgive others. We only forgive ourselves for loving others who betrayed us. This is a time of personal evolution. Congratulations. Okay, and I'm going to get you... Okay, they're telling me to get this card. Let me make sure the book's here. I don't see the book. You want me to get the card? I need the book. Okay, I can substitute. I saw it. I got to take it. I don't know where. So Easter and Halloween. I don't know how that applies. Cadbury cream eggs. Maybe you have a certain memory from holidays. Those two. Maybe. All right. This is. Close it out. I should have began with one of these, but for some reason we're doing it backwards. Offering. The offering as a propitiatory act symbolizes the human virtue of rendering cult to the highest. It is associated to the moon, the letter Q, and the number 2. It represents the reverent love principle, reverent feeling or showing deep and solemn respect. The quote is, like an offering of flour, Flour, on the best of thy plates, must be thy giving to the afflicted heart. As an element of prediction, it promises devotion, adoration, fervor, loving passion, harmony and discord, inspirational thoughts, acts of prodigy, variable initiatives, more dissipating than edifying achievements. All right. I hope that resonates. Have a good one.